Hi guys, so Tacha is speaking loudly about the issue regarding the one and only lady that is making the rounds right now. Everyone is talking about Ned Woko and Rita Daniels, and she has just added her voice to the whole saga. I don't know what your thoughts are. Apparently, there isn't anybody who I know who is in politics, in business, entertainment, radio, TV, that hasn't said a thing or two regarding what has happened to, you know, Rita Daniels. And a lot of persons say things like, come on, she needs help. She needs to be recreated, regenerated. She needs to be detached from this man for her to have sanity. Some others have also said, well, nah, this is marriage. You are a third party. You until they have agreed to go their separate ways. Then you can now say, okay, fine, you have the opportunity to step in and say a word or two. And then there's another group of people who say, look, this lady doesn't really require help, doesn't need help, because she mocked Nigerians. She made a lot of people who are genuinely working for their money felt, insecure or small. For instance, during the NSAS campaign, when it was raging, in fact, on the 20th day of October 2020, in fact, there's even a picture to that effect. There's even a picture. I hope I get that picture out. She had tweeted, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Can you see the date now? That's Regina Daniel, 20th of October 2020. I will have to say that again. 20th of October 2020. And we're talking the red line. Can you see the red line? It's 20th October 2020. She tweeted this while the NSAS campaign was in the highest peak all through the campaign. I say I'm counting my money. I can't hear you. Hashtag NSAS. Hashtag end police brutality. Skin hyphen blem EV skin care. That's what she tweeted. And somebody quoted that and said, we can't hear you either. We can't hear you either. Okay. She did all of that. She did all of the things that you said she did. She put it on the face of people. She made many relationships feel inadequate because some ladies felt their husbands or their guy should have done a lot better because this lady was peppering people. Okay, you win. You are justified. Oh, she said it's better to cry in a Lamborghini than to laugh in a keke. Oh, you know what, guys? I sympathize with you 100%. You are right. You are correct. She did that all on social media. She took everybody to the cleaners. She made people lose their relationship. She did this, she did. In fact, so many ladies even lost their relationship because they felt they should be in the standard of Regina Daniels, who is showing of dollars. In fact, there is even a screenshot of her even saying that she got a gift. She didn't even know she had a gift laying in her account, $100,000. That's more than 160 million at the time. 160 million naira. Some people are looking for just a fraction of that, for them to be 10 times more in a couple of years than 160. But guess what? Yes, you are right. She did all of that. In fact, I wouldn't even fault you. I'm not even faulting you. But then, guys, should she suffer for those? Again, nobody comes out to tell you how bad their relationship is. Nobody comes out to tell you how bad their life has been or how bad their spouses are. Because again, there's this don't DND, do not disturb, button that comes with marriage, especially on the African continent. You've married, you're all with the person. In fact, there are ladies that wouldn't mind the domestic violence, that wouldn't mind the beating, just to have a taste of what it feels like to be in riches, to drive your own Ferrari, to drive in a private jet. You don't mind. You beat them as long as they are beaten in private jets. They are beaten in Rolls Royce. They are beaten in Spain. They are beaten in Paris, and they are beaten in Mauritius, South Africa, Seychelles. They don't mind being beaten in those countries, in those places, as long as, for the life of me, it is fair. It comes with riches, it comes with money. They don't mind. I get you. I get you guys. I get your pain. In fact, I'm even pained that I have not even read the Tacha's reaction. I'm even talking about it. You know what? This is six minutes into it. Sorry about that. You know what? Let me just read what Tacha said, because there's more to say about this. Please let me read what Tacha says, because there's a lot. People even replied Tacha directly and told her all the things in their minds. Trust me, it's a long, long night run. Get ready, guys. Tacha says, being a woman in this part of the world feels like a crime. Someone cries out that she been raped, drugged, and beaten. And instead of outrage, society starts dragging her for flying private jets and traveling the world. So because she lived well, she deserves to be abused. That's the sickness of the society, a place where people justify violence against women and envy their freedom. At this point, what hope does the girl child even have? What a question. What a question. And you are sure if it's on Twitter, that wouldn't go unnoticed or unanswered, except you lock up your Twitter and not to hear anybody. But trust me, there are people who've got diverse views and they are crazy. I need you to come through with your views on this platform as well, so we could drive to a conclusion. Because again, like it or live it, whatever side you are on, you be faulted. Like it or live it. You're on the side of Rita Daniels. That's the mother. Regina Daniels, you be faulted. Rita Daniels, you be faulted. The side of Ned, you be faulted. So, however you want to put it, can you just come clean? Just come clean with all the opinions you have, and then settle in the last paragraph with what your thoughts are regarding this issue. Okay. Let's hear this person out. He says, being a woman isn't a crime. Being irresponsible and expecting no consequences for your choices is. Stop mixing accountability with victimhood. What a word. Nobody said she deserves abuse, but when you live publicly, people will publicly judge you. That's not patriarchy. That's social reality. Damn it. Reverend Karigwe says, Ochanya was a girl child. I didn't see you use your loud voice to fight for her. I mean, only rich girl children, where their life matter. Suck it in, Charles. Oh well. Ha! I said I was never going to say my name on this platform. I was going to use Niger now, but okay, now you heard it. Never going to say it again. It's okay. Inside World says, Tacha, you have no right to contribute to any marriage or relationship saga because you don't have any success on both at all. Wow. It's below the belt. Shit. Guys, can we just be above the belt, please? Just above the belt, please. We'll be fine with above the belt, not below that. This other one says, there were girl children that suffered the effects of the police brutality and political oppression that gave rise to NSARS. Where were you people to caution or criticize her? The real sickness of our society is that believe that because someone is now suffering, his or her sins are washed away and forgotten. What a word, man. And this one says, look, normally for this matter, everybody's supposed just post skincare and move on. I know be policeman, neither am I judge. This matter and a family issue, supposed concern us. It really doesn't care. Come on, man. Come on. We're talking about something very important. Triple G says, when has being a woman the problem? From the news out there, she has obviously been in the good business of enjoying the good times and now facing the rocky marriage part with evidence. She knows what to do if she is truly abused in her marriage, like she claimed. Here we go. While I don't support anyone mocking her, that lady also provoked a lot of young people with her past actions and words. For example, during the NSARS protests, she posted about counting her money as if the issue couldn't possibly affect her. She clearly assumed she was untouchable, but that was a hasty, misguided belief. Life can be brutally unpredictable. I fully support helping her if she truly experienced gender-based violence in her marriage, as adding our voices collectively matters, but let's not pretend she bears no responsibility for the backlash she's facing today. These guys came with brutality. Are you seeing these words they are putting out about Regina? Have you seen these words? These words are brutal. I mean, it's enough to not just cry. It's enough to just gnash a teeth. Jeez. One Ubaka says, look, I know you prefer the order society where you can accuse someone of rape and ruin their person's life just by their innocence. But you don't want to go to that society because you won't have anything to offer there. Your relevance here is useless over there. That's why you are stuck here where you are, still managing the little relevance you get. This is a direct strike on Tacha. On to the matter at hand. No reasonable person would support injustice. Hence, if whatever your colleague is facing is unjust, we plead for due process on the matter. But reasonable Nigerians are not open to helping her speak for that due process because she had always denigrated our efforts for justice, and during protests from NSARS, and the rest, she made it clear that she's an elite and that she no really send our papa. Hence, help your colleague and leave no non-titters out of it. Jeez. This one says, the protect women tag should be towards women who didn't put themselves in a situation where they would need help from or women, girls who had little or no control over their situation. I don't know. Have I read anything that's been in support of Regina so far? I don't know, man. It's even, I'm even shocked. Gosh. Being a woman isn't a crime. Several posts of Regina shows she was happy with toxicity. Beaten, not skincare. Better to cry in a Ferrari. Oh, she can no longer bear it, so we should protest or what, please? Educate us on what to do, human rights activists. You'd be shocked that these are women in their DPs, in their pictures, saying all of these things. Debbie Demur says, look, Tacha, no matter what you say, we won't be manipulated. We are not kids. Do you know how many times this same Regina Daniels made it look like young girls that married a young struggling guy failed in life? Do you? We won't pity her. Make she they cry for Ferrari. So anybody can just come out and accuse anybody, and so we are building a country where someone can just make accusations with evidence or proof to tarnish someone's image. You guys are wicked. You are not even thinking of the male child. You are not even thinking of the mental health of Paned. Why is she lying? How can your own husband drug you just to rape you? How does this even make sense? Tacha, the conspiracy and oppression against Paned is getting too much. The messages are unbelievable. They are ruining my mindset. But again, I just want to stick to this, guys. Look, yes, she was 18 when she married. She was 19 at most. You can't say, as a Southerner, listening to this, that it's normal for a Southerner who's just turned 18 to be married and then she has it all covered. What if she was naive all the while she was posting those things? Because again, like it or leave it, she's still what we call an adolescent. Oh, no, not adolescent, a teenager. If you marry at 18 or at 19, you're a teenager. You're still a teenager. And marrying as a teenager, yes, most people will say, especially in the North, is okay, but as a Southerner, you are not proud. You can't be proud of gifting your child to somebody as a teenager, especially when you have the wherewithal to take care of that kid. The only people who I see gift their child at that age as a teenager to somebody who's older or who is their grandpa, probably people who can't fend for themselves, who can raise monies to fend for their kids. That's the only reason why they'll give that, because it makes no sense. To an average Southerner, I have to emphasize that because I don't want to go to the North, because the North is absolutely normal. Age 13, age 15, they're already marrying you out as a lady, as a girl, to some, older person. Fine enough, but it's not the same for the South. I keep emphasizing Southerner. So what if she was naive? What if she went with her mistaken guts? Of crying out loud, everyone in God's a mistaken guts. Some of us have dated more than 10 people. We didn't get married to them. Some of you who also watching this have dated more than 10 people. You didn't marry them. You've also felt that that butterfly in your head, this is the best thing that's happened to me in relationship and even in marriage, but you were divorced today. Not entirely your fault, because sometimes I don't blame the fault of of divorce on one person. You guys decided to get married. You guys decided this is the person you want to be with. At the end of the day, you guys decided, you know what? We are better without staying in the same space with each other. You both are the responsible ones here, not one person. I blame both of you. No, there's not one person, because as always we say, one person will always compromise if they really want to keep that relationship. That's me. I respect your opinion, and I also want you to put it in the comments, but it's okay. But when it comes to issues of marriage, nobody put a gun to your head to decide this is the person I want to be with. Nobody forced you to get into that. Even if you are forced, it's your decision to say no. Even if you're under your parents' house, because no, I don't want to do that. You can decide to leave and find your path and find your space. Yes, but if you decide to leave a relationship or marriage, whatever it is that you're doing, both of you cost it. It's not one person's job or one person's issue. Because even in that relationship, one person would have compromised for things to peacefully sail. But no, he decided to know that I'm holding on to this, I'm not going to do it. You are the one that's in problem. You are the one that's a big deal. So having said that, what if she was naive? She didn't get her act together. Oh, well, yes, you are right. She went in there because of money. Yeah. Oh, well. And she got all the fame she wants. She got all the money she wants. She got all the contacts she wants using Ned. But you know what? Just like the choice of choosing him, she doesn't want to choose him anymore. Should we turn a blind eye? Because at some point in her life, at some point in her relationship, she took a decision that is killing her. Should we now turn it the other way around because, well, we want that decision she took to kill her? If it were your kid who made this assertion, who made this decision, at the end of the day, she said, no, I no longer want to be with this man. As the father, the mother of that child, having taken care of them through thick and thin, would you chase her away and care less about what happens to her? I need to hear from you. Because it almost seems as if we're going in one direction. But think about it the other way around. Hasn't she suffered enough? She spoke about abuse in the house. Would you accept your daughter being abused by a man? A daughter you did not beat, a daughter you did not strangle, a daughter you did not even quarrel, because as long as you give the instruction, she goes do it. But that same daughter goes to a man's house and the man is using her as a punching bag. And you stand by as a father, as a mother, to look at that and wave aside. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Now, I am not even for or against Tacha or Regina. I'm just saying, put everything in perspective. Oh, yes, she did it. Whatever you say she did, she did. I agree. And whatever she says she didn't, she probably did not do. Oh, she did. Put that into perspective. Should we turn the blind eye and see her suffer, cry her heart out, and possibly get into depression and die? That's when we start turning our heads. If you truly stood for end SARS, this is a fraction of end SARS, because it's all about oppression. It's police brutality. It's the inequality. You have a gun and a uniform using it to oppress young Nigerians. But it's almost the same thing. Oh, what am I saying almost? It is the same thing. If you truly supported NSAS, it's Ned possibly oppressing this lady because he's high and mighty and he's oppressing in a Regina who probably have nobody to turn to get her case heard, because even the IG probably is on the payroll of Ned. If you truly supported NSAS and drive the course of what it is worth, you wouldn't be doing this. You wouldn't be supporting Ned. You wouldn't be painting Ned as the god. We all have criticized Ned, criticized his handling of the situation. But at some point, we have to call him to order. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.